I understand that you read a lot on the internet about news, and I can see all over the internet Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Modesto,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you want to talk about that tonight or.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your take on all of that?
It's a well. It kind of started out as a movement criticizing how Wall Street influences the political process to begin with. If you look at how much money is donated to presidential candidates, congressional candidates, a lot of it comes from Goldman Sachs, some of the big investment firms, some of the big banks. And when we had the bailouts, a lot of these banks received, it turned out to be over $16 trillion after they recently audited the Federal Reserve. And it's almost like they have more of a say in the political process than people who go to vote at the polls every 4 years. And it really began, that was the impetus, I think, for it. And over time, it grew and grew. And it's been going on for about 2 months now, to the point where it's almost like it's not just about Wall Street, it's about the entire political climate in America, how much it almost like your vote doesn't count because somebody donated so much to a candidate and they get heard first. It's almost about making sure everybody's voice is heard, kind of.
Yeah, I read someplace that the Occupy Wall Street started, I think, around the middle of September, September 17th, 16th, somewhere in there. And so it seems like it's gaining momentum because it's not just Wall Street anymore. It's now in hundreds of cities across the United States as well as around the world. And I've heard kind of the opposite side, too, that it's not Wall Street who's dictating our future politics, but rather past politics that are influencing our future, like George W. Bush and that sort of thing. How do you see that playing into all of this?
That's a fair argument to make. A lot of the politicians that are in office now came up during the last 20 years, still heavily influenced by Reagan, heavily influenced by Jimmy Carter, that kind of a Democrat, heavily influenced by Bill Clinton. Politics is really kind of, you want to stay safe. Go with what you know. You don't kind of want to rock the boat a whole lot, because that's what gets you reelected. It's not making big drastic changes that could, turn around and bite you in the end next election season. So it is fair to say that elections in the past have influenced how the climate is today.